Down in the valley where the roots lay low and the river bends while the water flows, you were laying down with your toes exposed on a rock you found with the morning's warm glow. I'm glad that I found you. Oh, I'm glad that I found you. I'll call you on the boulevard to tell you, love, that I'm not too far from home, where I can hold you in my arms and play you songs on my old guitar. Oh, I'm glad that I found you. Oh, I'm glad that I found you.
Hey everyone, welcome to DB Overland and welcome to day 4 of our 10-day expedition trip where we are overlanding from northern Idaho to southern Idaho. The past 3 days of adventuring have been pretty epic, and on today's adventure I'm really looking forward to where we are going, because now we're going to dive even deeper into the remote wilderness of northern Idaho, and we are going to be checking out some really cool mine history. Today we're going to visit a special spot where we can actually take some time to relax and enjoy ourselves. So it's going to be a pretty epic adventure today. We just had an amazing night on the Salmon River. What a stunning place. So come join us today for day 4 of overlanding through Idaho, and let's just have a great time today.
Last night's camp was absolutely amazing, and falling asleep to the sounds of the water rushing over the rocks was just absolutely fantastic. And honestly, it was really hard to leave camp and continue on down the trail. Well, we've just got a little bit of a drive down along the Salmon River, and then we're going to start making a big push, climbing up and out of the canyon, up into some higher altitude.
That was an epic climb. It actually went really smooth. The road was actually in really good condition, which I'm really grateful for. This is turning out to be a stunning drive so far. Even though we're away from the great river, the Salmon River, this is, views are spectacular, and the mountains are like super steep, which is pretty awesome. Well, we'll keep heading down the trail and see what other epic scenery we can stumble upon.
One may think traveling through the Piet National Forest is a very desolate and lonely area with steep mountains and thick forests. I could see how it would be easy to think about that. But surprisingly, these mountains are quite full of a lot of life and a lot of history. We stumbled upon this 1950s school bus just off the side of the road, and this thing was really cool to check out. Now, I know this area is full of a lot of old mining towns and logging towns, and as we were checking it out, I started wondering, did this used to be a transport bus for getting people to and from work in the old mines? Did this bus used to run these mountains, taking people from the old mining towns down off into the valley, into the bigger cities? So it was just really cool to see this old bus, and if it could tell us its past, oh, the stories it could tell would be truly amazing. The drive has been spectacular so far, and who knew that we would stumble upon an old bus along our route? Well, our Forest Service road eventually opened up into a much bigger Forest Service road once we entered the Lake Creek drainage. According to the map, we're only a little ways away to our first initial planned destination for today.
Awesome. We have made it to our destination for today. Heck yeah. Oh, that's cool. There's some really old structures here. So our objective for today, to have a little bit of fun, was to stop at the Bergdorf Hot Springs. And I am really looking forward to this. And here we go. Here's our turnoff. Bergdorf. Looks like it used to be like a town settlement at one point in time. This is really cool. Farming homestead or something. These barns are really cool.
Smell it.
Can you smell the sulfur, hun?
Yep.
Nice. Very nice. Oh, sweet. Looks like a good parking spot right here. There it is. Heck yeah. We are so looking forward to this. Been on the road for several days, and now we can finally just chill and relax in the hot springs. This is gonna be great. I'm down. I'm short. Oh man. Well, that feels good though.
Get it, get it, get it!
Here, buddy. Here, you can hit it to me and I'll hit it back. Use your arms. Oops, sorry, bud. Okay, you're gonna shoot out of the water and you're gonna go right there. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
The hot springs were discovered by the local Native Americans, and later on, in the late 1860s, a German immigrant Fred C. Bergdorf, had settled in the area and established a resort by 1870s. The resort was primarily developed to provide a place for the miners to relax and rejuvenate. Miners were working in the nearby Salmon and Sechez rivers on the gold and silver claims. Over time, the resort has survived the area's boom and bust history and the declining of mining.
That was a beautiful place to visit. I'm quite glad we were able to stop by and soak in the hot springs for a little while. It was a bit warm. It was kind of weird going in because the water was about as hot as what the ambient temperature is right now, or even maybe a little bit hotter. And we've been kind of roasting in the truck a little bit all day. It was nice to have like the feel of water on the body, but temp wise, if it was a lot cooler out around us, it would have been a lot better. But that's okay. Definitely a place worth coming back for. I highly recommend visiting this place. What, Jiggery, huh?
Yeah, and they even have cabins that you can reserve.
Yeah, so I think next time though, like Mandy and I were talking about, like if we do come back, it'd be totally worth it to reserve a cabin. And they had a cabin there that's been standing all the way from the 1800s. How crazy is that? And that used to be a mining camp, and then it went through a couple of different owners, and at one point in time, one of the owners tried to establish that area like a town site, but it never took off. And that's where a lot of the structures came into play, because, you know, building houses and whatnot for people to come and settle and stuff. But now it's just a awesome place to come visit and soak in some really nice hot water. Well, we are on our way to another location that we want to try to get to before they close, because we are starving and could use a couple of drinks.
With how much snow we encountered at the beginning of this trip, we thought that we would stop in the town area of Warren and talk to some of the locals, as well as get some delicious food in us and some drinks, because this next section of trail that we are going to be traveling down is going to take us into even higher elevations than the first area that we encountered snow. So before committing a whole bunch of time and fuel and being turned around because of a lot more snow, we thought it'd be good to check with the locals, because when you're traveling new areas, the locals are usually always going to know. Is that the place? Pizza and Tap House. All right. I don't know if this is the actual place, but
Looks like it.
okay, because I think
So it has a hole in the bottom,
Yeah.
Okay.
so I keep it over here. I put this here and I drop a negative in there, and it seals the hole up. And then I put it on the skipper.
That's cool.
Nice. No foam.
No foam, no waste.
Heck yeah. And there's a full beer right there.
I like that.
And it's perfect every time. Don't fall at the bottom of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was wondering if I can make it into the under the state park campground. 5143
Is that good pizza, buddy?
0000
I think so.
I think so, yeah. I'm digging it. This place has got some pretty amazing pizza, I have to say. And now, we weren't planning on eating pizza tonight, but ooh, it's good.
That's
Oh yeah. Welcome everybody to Mandy. This is our newest character on the film. Well, that was absolutely delicious food. We had a meat lover's pizza, and man, that was delicious. Well, a little bit of change of plans. So when planning out a trip, it's really and we picked up some new characters for the show.
Hello,
What's the name?
Mr. Piggy and Mr. Stinky.
All right, there we go.
took a right, didn't you?
John took a left.
Are we supposed to take a left?
Yeah, to go back.
To where?
McCall. This is the way back to McCall.
Is it showing? Yes.
Turning around.
Sorry guys, technical difficulties.
Ben, buddy, your navigational skills need a little bit of sharpening. But anyways, when it comes to planning out trips, it's really hard to get a gist of what the roads are like, you know, as far as are they passable, are they not. So every time we travel, we always like to talk to the locals about whether or not if we could travel somewhere. So yeah, we got late snow, and we talked to the owner, and we said that we were heading to Yellow Pine, and he said we have another new character. That one is
Mr. Piggy.
Mr. Piggy. And with that late snow, it's been making things a little bit difficult for travel, as we encountered just south of Avery, Idaho. And he said a group of side-by-sides went through and they encountered a ton
Over 4
of
feet
snow. Over 4 feet of snow. And they had to winch, and they had to shovel, and they had to winch. And they left Yellow Pine at 7 a.m. and they did not arrive until 10 p.m. in Seshes. And I think we're going to avoid that because we've already dealt with the snow. Yes, they broke trail and everything, but
They were digging and
they're much lighter vehicles than we currently are, so it's just best to kind of call it, play it safe. So our plan is to head into McCall. We found a really nice campground that we could stay at to take showers, kind of recharge our batteries, things like that. And then tomorrow, from McCall to Yellow Pine, it's only a 2.5 hour drive. So that's our plan for tonight, is just to go to McCall and just crash there for the night. But when you're traveling around, talk to locals. They know the area better than you do, and they can let you know if...
map can only tell you so much.
Yeah, your map can only tell you so much. So talk to locals and they will really help you out. Sometimes they'll even share like hidden campground gems and places to visit. So that's what we like to do while we're out traveling. We've made it to McCall. We found this actually rather beautiful place to camp. Now, it may not be dispersed rural camping, but you know what? I kind of learned that sometimes finding a place to camp at a campground where you've got nice bathrooms, you've got places to take a shower, is actually worth it. Because, I mean, this is a very, very packed, very busy campground. This is your typical neighbors right next to you. So, yes, we're not remote, we're not by ourselves, but hey, that's okay. It's just worth sometimes landing at a place like this so you can actually have a few amenities, because we were having issues with Ben's system. So he is running his fridge and also his Starlink off of his battery. Now he actually has a battery pack, and when we were reserving this camp spot, so this is what he's running everything off of, okay? It's an EcoFlow. Well, the problem is, for how much his fridge and how much the Starlink draws on power, his truck was like barely, I mean, I'm talking barely able to put charge into the battery with how much is being pulled. So with that, we started having a lot of problems with having enough power for his fridge and everything. So that's also another reason why we decided, hey, we'll just pay for a campground, because he can plug it in, fully charge it, and then he can more or less just keep it topped off. Because he did the mistake of accidentally, I think he left something on and it just drained the battery way too quick. So this is gonna really work out well for him, and for us, I think we're doing just fine. So I did do a whole bunch of changes to the back of the truck. You can see Mandy is using a very special tool that I made for grabbing stuff. But Bandit now has a full drawer system with storage, and I also have a 100 amp hour charging system now. It's running the fridge, it's running all of my charging ports for my camera equipment right here. So that has been absolutely amazing. It's been running extra lighting so we can see what we're doing back here. I was planning on doing a full walkthrough on that drawer system because I slammed it out before this trip, and I'm so glad that I did, because it has made a huge difference on usability with the back of the truck. Wouldn't you say?
Yes.
It's been amazing, absolutely amazing. So I think I'm going to take a shower because I so need it. Even though the hot springs felt really, really amazing, I need a shower. So I think I'm gonna go do that. And then he has a nice propane tank fire pit that we're gonna set up, and we're just gonna chill around the fire, enjoy ourselves. We are still so full from the pizza. That place is amazing. So more or less just sit back and get caught up on relaxing and hanging out around the fire and just enjoy ourselves. Oh, we only have 2. Party mode activated. Yeah.
We had some visitors come join us while we were hanging out at camp, and there was 2 of these male deer, and they got super close to camp. I mean, probably within 20 feet of us, and they just didn't simply care because there was no threat to them in this park. So we really enjoyed watching them eat. We didn't get close to them because they are wild animals and they can still hurt you, even though they may seem like they're not afraid of you. And yeah, it was just super cool watching them eat, enjoying their evening while we enjoyed ours. Well, thanks for joining us on today's adventure. And what an adventure it was today that we had, being able to visit a very old hot springs and learning about the cool history of that hot springs in that area. And then, yeah, unfortunately we had to change our plans and go a different route than we wanted to, but overall it actually worked out really well. We were able to stay at this wonderful campground, get to finish the night off watching these 2 deer eat their dinner, and just really sit back and relax and enjoy ourselves, which we kind of needed this. It's been go for quite a while, so it was nice. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we will see you guys for day 5's adventure. This one you're definitely not going to want to miss. Well, until next time, we'll see you guys out on the trail.